Hey, hello. This is Sam and
Rev.
And we are going around America's Great Loop aboard the Here's to Us, a 504 Carver cockpit motor yacht.
Today we're going to talk about going from Cape Girardeau over to Paducah, Kentucky.
Which is, just as an overview, it's down the rest of the Mississippi, which is not long, and then up the Ohio River. So there'll be a change there.
So we woke up that morning, beautiful sunny day. The water was so smooth, so clear, beautiful day. And then we walked to the front of our boat.
And it looked like the only thing missing was a beaver or a couple beavers on the front of the boat, because it looked like a beaver dam out there.
Oh my goodness, it was nuts. So we go into survival mode. I get the boat hook and start jamming the thing to try to break it up.
Because we were anchored and all the debris caught on the anchor and the bridle.
Right.
So it was a huge log and lots of debris. So we worked as a team to get it off. Tell them how we got it off.
Right. So I am hacking at the mound with my boat hook. Sam turns on both engines and he does little jumps back and forth and back and forth, and between him doing that and me jamming the stuff off, we break free of the beaver dam. What was very interesting though, when he pulled back one time, we had this like a 15-foot log balanced on the chain of our anchor. I've never seen anything like it, and I hope I never do.
So one of my concerns in operating the boat was, hey, did I have stuff on my running gear already? So what I did was, when I started the engines, I put them in reverse to try to blow anything that was on the props.
What do you mean by that? Oh, so running gear,
reverse,
the propellers?
Yeah, right,
oh, okay.
Propellers and the rudder.
That's smart.
So blow the stuff off of there, and didn't seem like anything was caught. The other thing that I didn't want to do was use the bow thruster.
Oh, yeah.
I used the stern thruster to move the boat sideways.
Oh, that's
because
right.
the stern thruster is really encased, it's more protected than the bow thruster at that angle. So we eventually got all the debris off. We're able to get the bridle off and haul in the anchor and get on down. Now, the one thing about leaving that channel is that we looked on the AIS to make sure that there were no barges coming down, because there's not a lot of room to maneuver. So our lead boat looked at it, I looked at it, and we were able to get out onto the Mississippi, and the current started taking us down. Beautiful, sunny day, for the most part, until...
Right. We turned this corner, and it was clear on this side of the river, and the fog just started rolling in, and I have never seen anything like that before.
I'd estimate we had probably 1/8 of a mile visibility, but we were able to see, we had the radar on, we were able to see barges that had the AIS signature.
We turned our lights on too, didn't we?
The lights
nav
on,
lights.
right?
And so another reason we're so thankful we have AIS is that the barges move, and we could barely make out this barge coming toward us, and then we finally saw the towboat hooked to it, but it was kind of a scary feeling.
The other thing is use your radar, because in those situations they anchor barges out in the Mississippi River, and they won't have an AIS signature because they don't have a tow attached to it. So you've got to watch on your radar as well as to what is out there. So got through it, and it's finally cleared up. And then we realized it was Sunday. So
Belgian waffles.
It's time to turn on the generator and crank up the Belgian waffle maker.
Right. Because we had to wait so long, they tasted even better, didn't they?
Yeah,
than
but
usual.
they were excellent. Served up for the captain. Yeah, it was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, so about that time, we were ready to turn up the Ohio River, and you could see it clearly, the muddy Mississippi, and then we made this left turn up the Ohio River, and the water changed just like that. I wouldn't say it was clear blue, but it was certainly a lot clearer, and a lot less debris in the water, and of course now we're going upstream.
Right.
So the same RPMs that we had going down the river, we had to increase the RPMs to maintain that speed.
Yeah.
Because it was quite a way to Paducah. I think
Right.
the entire trip was about 92 miles.
Well, but right when we turned from the Mississippi to the Ohio, there's this beautiful bridge that you go under. And I don't know, I just thought it was very cool making that transition.
Yeah, it was definitely a transition. A beautiful day. We got through the Olmsted Lock.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, piece of cake. Didn't have
You
to
know
lock
why.
through. We just
Yeah.
went right over the dam.
One of those.
Right.
Love those.
Mm-hmm. And then Lock 52. And then on into...
What? Olmsted is called
yeah,
Lock
well,
52?
no, there was a Lock 52 beyond that. That's no longer operational because of the Olmsted Dam. So we went right by that. Yeah, it's not even a factor anymore, but on the charts it's there.
Okay.
We didn't have to do anything for it.
Right. Then we got to Paducah City Dock, and we tied up a really nice dock. And we had boats when everybody got in on both sides. It was packed out that night.
Yeah, I want to say it was probably 10, 12 boats.
Yeah, at
total.
least. Yeah.
And so got bedded down there, got power on the boat, and we all went up to
That's right.
have a dinner.
Walked into town. It was a really nice walk.
The town is really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it is really a neat little town. Kind of reminds you of some kind of like Western town almost. But it was bought 37,000 acres for how much?
$5.
$5.
Yeah.
So there's a sign attesting to that.
Yeah, they also have a Paducah wall where they have murals all the way down the wall on the side of their town's history, and it's really incredible. It's incredible that it hasn't been vandalized or anything like that. It's just pristine, and you can tell they're a proud city, proud of their history.
Yeah, but you can see how much that water could actually come up into the city.
Yeah, it has a dual purpose.
The Ohio River could flood that much. Wish we would have had a little bit more time in Paducah.
Me too.
But the mission was to get on the next day.
We did go into dinner, and we do want to say this. We've wanted to say it for quite some time, but just haven't. Loopers really need to watch their restaurant bill when they go into somewhere, especially if they're in a big group. We went in, how many people do you think we had?
We had probably about 15 people.
15, yeah, something like that. So anytime you have a large group, be sure and pay particular attention to the bill. So when the server brings the bill, make sure that what you have is on there, and make sure if they leave a tip that you notice that. Otherwise, you'll be double tipping. And I'm sure the servers love it, but it's just.
I don't think anything was done intentionally, but
anyway, that's just a cautionary tale to loopers. No matter where you are on the loop, just make sure you pay attention to your bill. Don't just stick your credit card in there and send it away, but make sure that you actually got to enjoy what you're paying for.
Next, we will be traveling to Green Turtle Bay.
Green Turtle Bay, a very
we
special
plan
time
to stay,
in Green Turtle Bay.
A number of days at Green Turtle Bay. We're not really sure how long, but we will figure that out when we get there. Seems like a nice place. The challenge is going to be, will we go through the Kentucky Lock or will we go through the Barkley Lock?
Yeah.
The Barkley Lock is going to take us a little bit longer to get to, but it is under repair, and the Kentucky Dam, it takes a long time to get through because there's a lot of commercials.
Yeah,
so we'll tackle that.
Loopers coming through, we watched the Facebook, the Great Loop page, and a lot of people have had to wait like 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, even 8 hours waiting on these two locks. So little concerned about what our trip's going to look like.
So watch your next video to see which route we went. All right, see ya next time when it here's to us. Bye.